Hey Cancer, Happy New Year. I am so excited to be back to read for you guys for the year of 2019. I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I hope you enjoyed your celebration. And I hope you are looking forward to this new year of excitement, this new year of beginnings, this new year of a rebirth and a new cycle for all of us to really enter and transition into. Although we all don't need the new year to remind us that we can begin anew at any time, it's just a great way for people to become motivated and look forward to the new year as a fresh start, fresh slate. Now, so Cancers, let's see what we have in store for you for the year of 2019. I'm just going to do a nice mini checkup in regard to seeing where you're headed, what you're doing, and, looking in for each quarter throughout this year. There's 4 quarters in a year, and we'll just figure out what we have in store for Cancers. And once again, this is a reading specifically for Cancer rising, sun, or moon signs. And yeah. Okay, gonna shuffle once more, and then let's get this started. All right, Cancers, where are we going in 2019? Alrighty. Now, let's see what these challenges have in store. Okay. I see often there are recurring themes that are going with all the signs, actually. I've seen the Death card pop up several times. But here specifically, starting with the beginning part of the year, is January, February, March. We have the 8 of Arrows. The 8 of Arrows are an indication that you guys have, your own little turmoil that you need to overcome. Not to feel restrained and feel like you have no way out. Cancers, you guys are great nurturers. But you have to be mindful that you guys are nurturing yourselves. You have to be mindful that you are allowing yourself to really break free from these restrictions or these ideas that people have placed onto you. Furthermore, don't misplace your anger. Redirect this kind of emotions. And it's not just anger, it's just in general displacing emotions. Don't throw it towards any other person or environment. Use it and constructively really evaluate why you're feeling the way you do. If anything, Cancers are very emotional beings and they feel so deeply, but at times there's times you guys can feel very constrained in regard to your own emotions. And here in the first quarter, it's more of a dynamic of your own thoughts. You guys are a prisoner in your own mind, and this overanalysis of what the year is going to bring is, obviously you need to make sure that you're manifesting this great abundance and happiness. And, obviously we're not all positive 24/7, and I'm not asking you to be, but you need to redirect your focus and make sure that you're allowing yourself to manifest this in a positive light, in a positive way, and making sure you're not attracting the negativity. It's about law of attraction and making sure you are allowing yourself to really welcome in this good vibes and these good, concept of way of being and living. Now, on the other hand here, with the second quarter of the year, I pulled two cards, and specifically for this is, April, May, and June. We have 2. We have Death and the King of Branches. Now, when we have these specific 2 cards together, and it's funny because I just, shuffled the deck and put these in completely different order, and the other, Leo's also got this. But making sure that you are allowing yourself to really shed light on what you're putting to rest, and you are acknowledging what's being put to rest. Because when you just kind of disregard the whole process, you're not necessarily going to allow yourself to heal properly. So in doing so, making sure you're allowing this kind of energy to move out of this kind of being blindsided by the emotional aspect, and making sure that you are not allowing these ties of negativity to consume your thoughts and consume your mind, and just really take all the energy from you. It's kind of like draining, in fact, you know. And additionally, we have in the third quarter a 7 of Vessels. Again, you know, we are talking in terms of the emotional well-being for yourself and making sure that you are not just picking any option that's given to you, making sure that you are doing this well thought out process, especially in the third quarter, because you are going to have offers, you are going to have opportunities, and they're going to be exciting, and some of them are going to seem better than the other. But just because it looks fancy doesn't mean necessarily it's the best for you. You know, it's the same thing. It's quality over quantity, and making sure that what's being offered is going to be of value to you. Now, aside from that, in the third quarter of the year, which is July, August, September, these opportunities are going to be in different aspects. You know, it is going to bring you an emotional kind of, you can be a little bit in the clouds and be persuaded to, you know, change your frame of mind, but making sure that you are not get off track and become like somewhat in the delusional phase of not really coming down to reality and paying attention to what you really need versus your wants. You know, we need to focus on, specifically in 2019, this is a year to really regain your confidence and focus on what you need and not really worry and busy yourself with the wants. You know, yes, you can create your wants as needs in due time, but you need to worry about the focus on the priority of what you need, where you're going, and what aspect you plan to achieve in the year 2019. Now, here in the fourth quarter, we have 4 of Vessels. And again, this has to do with the emotional aspect. And except this is more so about not being really happy with what's given to you. You know, here the 7 of Vessels, and then here it's like, yeah, I got all these great options, but I really don't even like what I got. And you're too busy worried about everything that you don't have. You need to make sure that since you have this awareness and you have this state of mind, you are moving away from that thought process that, like, you know, this is all right. Like, you need to change your perspective, because what's lying right next to you could be the best thing for you. And even though it doesn't seem like it's the best thing, you know, at this point in time, make sure you don't disregard it, because you have to weigh out all your options, especially when you have all these opportunities and exciting things occurring in the new year. So aside from that, here I do see, you know, somewhat of a challenge that you will be coming across. Now we have the 4 of Arrows and we have the Devil. So specifically, a lot of you guys might be overindulging and might, you know, have ties to those who are possessive, may be manipulative, making sure that you are not becoming vulnerable to these kind of people, making sure that you are not giving too much of yourself. You know, the 4 of Arrows, you are literally allowing too much of this turmoil to really overcome you, and it can be very draining. You know, as a Cancer, you guys are very empathic and have the ability to really feel and understand people's perspective very easily. You know, you guys usually light up the room with just your energy alone, but being mindful that this is not the year to be taken advantage of. It's never a good time to be taken advantage of, but the thing is, making sure you're not vulnerable to doing so. You know, being open to the idea that there will be changes. And good thing is, what we have to look forward to for specifically this year, I pulled the 2 of Branches and the Wheel of Fortune. This is exciting. Why? Because the 2 of Branches is a planning phase. This is for you to have 2 direct focuses on the creative, traveling, you know, whatever passionate energy that you need to tap into. This is it. This year, you need to focus on your direction. You need to see and weigh out your options, but pick a path that is going to lead the way towards your happiness and exactly where you need to be. The Wheel of Fortune is also in your favor. This is a reoccurring energy I've seen a few times already with the signs. Making sure that the Wheel of Fortune is on your side. Making sure that once you pick this pathway, the Wheel of Fortune will literally start, you know, sending good opportunities in your way. It's just like, you know, when one door opens, you know, when one door closes, another one opens. And being mindful that even though the opportunities that are being handed to you are not of excitement or not of your, you know, exactly being pleased about, being mindful that you have the ability to overcome these obstacles. You have the ability to change your perspective and think more of an optimistic approach, especially with Jupiter being in Sagittarius. A lot of you guys are going to have these opportunities to expand and really see and figure out where you're going. And, you know, don't allow yourself to really focus too much on the dynamic of what you don't have. It's time to really see what you're doing and where you're going and what access of do you have to the resources that will help you achieve exactly what you need. Now, lastly, the final energy I have here pulled is the Nine of Stones. And the Nine of Stones here is just an indication that you will be feeling fulfilled and you will be happy and you will be looking at all your achievements and you will have rewards to show for it. You know, it's just a matter of time. The stones are an indication of pentacles, and this is all about the material world and having proof, having something tangible to really show for all the work ethic that you've put through and everything, you know, to continue. Now, once you've got your relationships, you know, some of you guys are going to have issues with your relationships in regard to not necessarily knowing what to do, which path to take. You know, some of you guys might be, you know, looking in another direction in regard to those who are in relationships. Don't be persuaded and get yourself in trouble. You know, make sure you are very clear about what you want and your needs. And if you feel neglected, Cancers, you feel that your partner's not paying attention to you, this is a good time to talk it out. This is a good... And tell the universe what you want. Tell the universe exactly what you desire, what you're looking for in a mate. And aside from that, making sure you're doing the work too. Are you ready? Are you people have this idea of like, I want this perfect soulmate or I want this person, but are you also that perfect soulmate? Are you also ready? Have you put in the work? Making sure you have this kind of endless cycle that matches the same vibration as the person that you want to come in. So with that being said, I hope you have a great 2019, and you know, I encourage you guys all to really get off the couch and really go out there and really nurture yourself and do these social settings and meet new people. And this is the time to really thrive on networking. So once again, if you don't already do so, make sure to subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. And I will be back later with more videos.